Salute, salute. Welcome to Skywalker Boxing Media. Team Mo Boxing, no problem. And we got a special guest today. We got the WBC Australian lightweight champ in the house, Charlie Kazzi. How you doing, champ?
All good, bro. How are you going? How are you boys?
Doing good. This is my partner, Papi Chunyeyo.
It's Papi Chun Yayo. Heavy on
Nice
the
to meet you, bro.
Bobby, light on the Yayo. What's happening?
Nothing much, bro. Just preparing for my upcoming fight, March the 12th. Should be good, hopefully.
Nice. Everybody, he's going to be fighting on a big card. He's fighting on the Keith Thurman, Brock Jarvis fight card. It's going down in Sydney, Australia, March 12th. How you feeling, man? How's been camp in preparation for this fight?
So far, so good. Camp's been going according to plan. Everything's been so far falling in the right place. Been doing some really good rounds with southpaws as I'm fighting one. So, God willing, just on the night, everything goes to plan, hopefully.
Nice.
Fantastic. So, uh, you're fighting in the 135-pound division.
That's correct, yes.
Nice, man. There's a lot of tough competition in there. Listen, over here in the States, on our channel, we like to familiarize, the audiences with up and coming fighters just so that they could follow your career. You want to tell our audience how it is that you got into fighting or boxing? Did you play any sports or things like that prior?
Oh, my dad used to be a professional fighter. He had a record of 17 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. He turned pro when he was 27, but when he was old, he ended up being ranked top 15 in the world with the WBA, fought on many big cards such as Anthony Mundane's card against Danny Green and etc. Then then he had enough of it later on. He ended up having me and my brother, and we ended up taking the sport. I turned pro when I was 18. I had a pretty extensive amateur career. I went to the Olympic tryouts, won gold at the Oceania Games. And then when it was time to try out for the Olympics, I got knocked back because I was too young. I didn't meet the age requirements. And that was our sign from God to turn pro from then on. And you know what's been the best decision we've ever made?
Nice. Yeah, you're 7-0, man. You look like you're the next big star coming out of Australia. Australia's been producing a lot of great fighters. I'm here. This is from an American perspective, man. But we've been noticing, man, a lot of greatness coming from out there in that continent, man. You guys are killing it. Brock Jarvis, he's a great fighter. I know that he was being trained by Jeff Fenech. I'm a big fan of Jeff Fenech as well. You know what I'm saying? But I know that there's like a split, I guess, just recently. But it's a big fight card, man. We got Keith One Time Thurman. You're going to be on a huge card. Your last fight card in October, you were on the Janabek and Mikhailovich fight card as well. How does it feel being on such a big stage, man, where the world is seeing you? You got all these Americans, you got Europeans, you got everybody tuning in, watching you fight, man.
It's not really nothing new to me because I've prepared all my life for moments like this. Like, little does everyone know, when Brock was ranked top five in the world back in like 4 or 5 years ago, I was his main sparring partner and I was only 15 at the time. I was
Oh, yeah.
sparring him week in, week out. I've also mixed rounds with the best, such as the Dib brothers, Nikita Zoo, everyone. Like, I have to look at photos just to know how many rounds I've done with everyone. Like, no,
Yeah.
if I could hold my ground with him at 15 years old, what's someone? I'm 19 now. What's an adult gonna do to me? So I just feel like now God's given me the platform now to show my ability and showcase my skills now.
Yeah, and let's make sure we familiarize people with the region of Australia that you're from, because everybody thinks it's all koalas and kangaroos and things like that. Right? So would you be considered a city boy living southwest of Sydney, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm from the inner west of Sydney. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
it's none of that. It's none of that. That's
right.
more towards Perth and all of it, which is at the bottom of Australia. But kangaroos, none of that. That's just a typical stereotype. It's got nothing to do with here, Sydney. None of that.
Yeah, we just want to make sure our audience is aware that Australia does have the city life, right?
Look,
So
we got a city life. It's pretty dead at the moment, but we got a city life. Don't worry. It's
nice.
more to Australia than just kangaroos and koalas.
So, like who have you looked up to growing up? Like, if you could name your, let's say top two, your top two favorite fighters, who would they be?
Top two, as in Australia or worldwide?
In general.
Oh, why? Yeah, it could be anybody.
General, Roberto Duran, he's still a big icon of mine, and Jeff Fennick as well, because
Yeah.
I'm trained by him as well, and I'm trained by his former trainer Johnny Lewis. So just that history
Yeah.
there itself, I get to look
Yeah.
up to. Just yeah, it's very inspiring for me, and I aspire to be like
Four
him.
division world champion. That's
Yeah,
the
exactly
best
right.
training you could get, man, right
The
there.
best the best fight in Australia ever so far.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I see there's a Cambosis. He was carrying the torch real tough for you guys, man. And we got to learn a lot about the attitude and the dog and the fight that's inside of people that come from other continents. A lot of times we don't think maybe somebody got the dog in them. So let me ask you
Yeah.
a question about ethnicity. Would you be considered Australian, Greek? Like what type of
So I was born in Australia, but my background, my ethnicity is Lebanese.
Lebanese? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
See?
I'm
Hey,
more Aussie than what I am Lebanese.
understood.
I get called for being whitewashed, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Mm.
Look, so I studied a little bit of film on you, and to be honest with you, I'm quite impressed for you to be where you are at 7 fights in. Um, have you been? You said you've been doing this since you were 8,
Nah, younger. Probably since I
younger.
was 3. 3, yeah.
Ooh,
Very
Like
okay,
cool.
I
Yeah.
got not many people know I got a gym right underneath my house. We got everything: rings, sauna, spas, bags, anything you could ask for. So I'm there training twice a day. I got no excuse for failure.
nice.
Yeah, you did 10 years in the amateurs too, so you got an extensive amateur background.
And here in New South Wales, you have to be 14 to have your first fight. So we were traveling interstate around Queensland, Melbourne, Victoria, everywhere at the age of 10 to get to rack up the experience.
Ooh.
Mm.
You said fought in. We say sometimes you get jumped in and some things, but you okay. Well, I like what I'm hearing. Look, so when you, let's say 5 years from now, right? 5 years
Yep.
from now, what is the world going to be about Charlie? 5 years from now.
And the new and still. Oh, one of those two. Whatever
Okay,
one it is, I'm not picky, but it's gotta be one of those. God willing.
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Do you have do you have a social media presence, as in maybe like an IG,
It's
Facebook, TikTok? What do you
Yeah.
have?
Charlie underscore Kazzi. That's my Instagram.
yeah,
Got
it's scrolling right here on the bottom. I got it scrolling where you guys can follow Charlie. Hey, Charlie, outside the ring, man, what kind of hobbies? What are you into outside the ring?
I'm actually a bit of into every kind of sports. Like even while I was boxing, I was still playing rugby league, still swimming. So I got hobbies everywhere, man. Just the one thing I can't do is play PlayStation. None of those games. I'm more like an outside kid.
nice.
Yeah, we got a Team Donaire. You know, Nonito Donaire. That's his father-in-law. He's asking what weight division. He fights at lightweight, Tata Jerry. And Nonito spent time in Australia too, out there training Zarafa. So
Nanito is a legend. He's a legend of the
that's
sport.
my bro.
Nanito
Yeah,
Donet.
that's my bro, man. That's his family right there in the house, man. Shout out to Team Donaire. But
He's a
they
legend. It'll be good to see him. Hopefully on March the 12th, if he's in Michael Zarafa's corner, it'll be an honor to see him there.
right, and I heard that could be a possibility, right, as a replacement for Brock Jarvis. I heard something about Zarafa's name being brought up, so I was tripping out on that because I know that Jeff Fenech was training Jarvis, and I guess there was a split. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the gossip and all that, and I know that you're connected with the team, but I know that Zarafa could be a last minute replacement on the card, which that's Nonito right there, his bro. Oh, he says
Oh,
they're in Melbourne. They're going to be at your fight, I believe. So we're here now.
perfect. Perfect. I'll see you there. It'll be nice to meet him.
Yeah. Hey, you guys go meet Charlie. Tell Nonito and them to go visit. What's your gym? Can you shout out your gym out there in New South Wales?
Elwood Boxing. That's our gym name. Elwood Boxing Gym.
Wood Boxing Gym. Okay,
Mhm.
that'd be cool. Have Nonito Donaire. Fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fight division.
100%.
Yeah,
Him and Naoya Inoue, their first fight, that was a war and a half,
that
that
was
one.
one of my favorite fights ever, man. Yeah, the first fight.
Mm.
It was
That was an
amazing.
amazing fight.
Could you describe what the environment is like inside of you guys' boxing events? Is it because from my experience of traveling overseas, most of the countries that I've been to in Europe and different places like that, people just break out into song, like and they just start singing. Like I don't know who does it, but they just start singing the whole song all on key, man. So is that something that you guys experience out there a lot?
Oh, yeah, like, look, No Limit, they know how to put on a show. I'll tell you that. It's just like they haven't had the time to go worldwide yet, but when they do, it'll be you'll see their shows they put on the best shows in Australia you could ask for. And like
Right.
even in America, they've taken part in some big ones like the Zoo and Fundora,
Yeah.
the Zoo and Muratsayev, the Russian, I believe he fought. Like
Yeah.
they've already had some big cards there, so it's only a matter of time until they get to where they need to be.
I got an Australian friend, and I'm a Mexican American. My mom's Mexican. My uncle was a Hall of Famer, Bobby Chacon from the '80s. So I grew up in a
Yeah,
boxing family. Yeah, he was a two-division world champ, and he fought everybody: Alexis Arguello, Boom Boom Mancini. Fought all the
wow.
greats, and he had some losses. Man, he was 59-7 with 49 knockouts, but was inducted in the Hall of Fame because he never ducked no smoke. He fought all the greats. Like his
The
resume.
losses only make you better.
Exactly. He avenged a lot of them too. So my uncle
Yeah.
was always going for the best, you know what I mean? Trying to fight
Like
the best.
even with the guy I'm fighting now, Brock fought him, Sam Goodman fought him, another Australian Yui did fought him. Like Brock fought him when we had his 18th fight. Yui did fought him when he had his 20th fight. I'm fighting him when I had my 8th fight. So
Yeah,
it's just little step ups that take you to where you need to be. The better fights, the harder the fight, the better they make you.
right. And do you see yourself fighting in a higher weight class? Kind of like when Brock Jarvis moved up from super feather all the way to super, you know what I mean? Super welterweight. That's a big step, man. Do you see yourself moving up at least to like
Um,
140 or 147, maybe?
I don't think if I was to move up, it'd be that drastic of a big weight cut from like 135 to like 160. But if I was to move up, I kind of make the weight quite comfortably, so I don't see myself moving up anytime soon.
All right.
But if I have to, if my body's getting bigger, I got no choice but to.
Yeah, he goes, we're gonna Nonito said they're gonna head back to the US before the fight for Helena's fight, New York, Montreal for MVP announcement, and then back to Sydney. So they're busy. Yeah.
They're
They're gonna be at
everywhere.
your fight though. They'll be at your fight, so you get to meet them, man. That's
Be
cool.
an honor to meet him. God willing, I get to meet him.
Make sure you meet him, Tata Jerry.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his dad.
Hey,
He's so cool, bro. 49
he's a
kids. Yeah.
so do you train full time with boxing, or do you work as well, or are you just dedicated solely to boxing?
So I train full time. I still train twice a day. I also work. I work in a building company, and but I got a few things going for myself. I got my own personal business, and me and my partner we have just released our own clothing line slash underwear business, which will be
Oh,
released soon. So we got a few things we're working on. We got our hands in our pockets full.
So
oh
underwear.
no, not
Yeah,
the
Underwear.
not the Kazzi. How do you say it? How do you I say it right? Kazzi?
Kazzy, yeah, Kazzy.
Not
Yeah.
the Kazzi banana hammocks. Hey, that might be a lane, bro. Listen, if you got merch, man, make sure you give
Yeah.
us that info so that we can drop the link so that people
Hundred
could,
percent.
yeah, they can find some of that Kazzi banana hammocks. You feel
Yeah,
me?
it's called Kamikaze, the underwear line. That's what it will be called,
Oh,
Kamikaze.
okay.
All right.
Yeah,
See,
so
now Vince is gonna have to go up a couple weight
Right.
classes and do something about that, Skywalker.
Right. I got a friend. I got
yeah,
a friend. He hunts the ring girls every time he wins. He's top 10 in the world. He's a flyweight, but he's from the Philippines, and that's like his little trademark after the fight. He likes to hug the ring instead of the ref raising his hand. Tries to give the ring girls a hug. So
he
Vince,
knows what
stop
he's
with
get in
doing.
my
trouble
He
one
knows
day.
what
He's
he's
gonna get in
doing.
trouble, baby. But yeah, he does. That's his little signature.
He knows what he's doing. He's a smart man.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna tell you too, man. I did some research on you. You know, I was trying to look. I try to look at everybody before they come on, and I found something really cool, man. We never really talk about it on the show, and I think it'd be good, man. But you're a man of faith, man. Can you tell everybody a little bit about your spiritual background as far as being a man of God and trying to lead by example?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, after every single one of my fights, I give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because without Him, none of this, and I wouldn't be possible without Him. So I'm a big believer in that. And if you want to do anything in your life, you have to have faith.
Right. Facts. And we need more, more fighters, man. That's good, man. You guys are leading by example, and I'm a big believer myself, So just to see fighters being public about it and open about, like
100%.
yeah. So keep doing your thing, man. Giving thanks to God because without Him, we wouldn't have nothing. So
Exactly right. 100%.
So over here in America, I mean, maybe it's the same over there, but a lot of amateur fighters, they usually find themselves in tough situations with finding sponsorship and things like that and helping to get their name out. Do you face the same sort of obstacles as it pertains to getting sponsorships and people to, want you to represent them?
Look, having sponsors always makes life easier, and like in some cases, some people wouldn't be able to do what they want without sponsors. Like I'm grateful. I thank God for the sponsors I have. Like I got some that have been long term with me, such as Builderland, Joinery, Paula Hood Funerals, Dynamite Electrical, TOT Transport, like Aspect Masonry. I can go on forever. Sand Hub. These guys like help me to live out my dream and do what I like train every day in, day out. So without them, none of this is possible.
Dope. Yeah. So, on our channel, we definitely we spend a lot of time, talking about psychological things and having a plan after the fact, just in case something happens. And we talk about those
Absolutely.
things. So
yeah,
we also talk about community building and um, is boxing is boxing a necessary um, as avenue of escape for you guys? Like, is the city life? Could the city life be considered tough over there? And how does boxing actually balance that, if it is or if it isn't?
Look, I say it as this: if you have a drive and an ambition, you can do whatever you want in life. If I was to leave boxing and say I want to be the best basketball player, I believe I can be the best basketball player. I feel like it just all depends on you. If you have that motivation, that hunger, that if you put your mind to something, I truly believe you can do it. So that's how I see it. But Australia itself, it's not really like it's there's an opportunity to do whatever you want here.
Got it.
Nice. Shout out to Rock Chalk coming in and tell him. Let me see. Oh yeah. Whenever you do see, tell him to introduce himself as your friend Skywalker when he sees Nonito, so he can come. So yeah, they're gonna come see you, man. So that's kind of cool, man. You'll get to see. I'll tell
Yeah,
Nonito. I'll remind him too. I'll text him too, man. Let him
that'll be
know,
a
man.
pleasure.
Tell him tell Nonito to follow Charlie right here, Charlie Kazzi on Instagram. So yeah, Nonito's a good guy, man. He spent time helping Zarafa out.
He's a legend. Honestly,
Yeah,
he's a legend. All
good
his
dude.
wars, everything. He's a
Yeah,
legend of the game. He's been there for warrior.
He's always trying to help out the young, the
Mm.
prospects coming up. He's always giving them advice. That left like Angelo Leo's my brother, man. I don't know if you know my bro Angelo Leo, who just beat
He
Vinal.
he he
But
came off a tremendous knockout against
yeah,
yeah,
Lopez. That what a knockout that was.
he's from over
yeah.
here where I'm at, but he trains in
Yeah.
Vegas because Vegas is like up the road. It's about it's an 8 hour drive from where I live at, and so a lot of our fighters go to Vegas to get the good sparring. There's really good sparring in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So Nonito, that left hook that he's been using on everybody, like Mike Plania, he used it on that pro box fight. He used that left hook. That's a Nonito signature right there. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So,
100%. I would love to see Angelo Leo against Fulton.
yeah,
I truly give Angelo Leo the
yeah,
upper edge this time.
yeah, I do too. And Fulton actually surprised me this last fight. I went with Figueroa. We played in a prediction league, and
Ha!
I got that prediction wrong, bro, because his
I
last
thought
performance,
Figueroa was gonna edge it out.
yeah, it didn't
Judging
look
from
like
the
the
first
same.
one, I thought he was gonna edge it out, but it's
Yeah,
boxing.
yeah,
Yeah, my man fights a
yeah.
little bit too dirty for me. I'm sorry. I went with Fulton.
Mm.
I usually get it right. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm.
Skywalker goes with his heart. I go with logic, baby, all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So listen. So what? So I noticed your boxing style. You seem like you got some slick movements and things like that. Do you guys have a wide variety of different boxing styles? Like, do you have guys from the UK or guys from America that you spar with to help you develop? In some of those areas.
I've been sparring like nothing but world class athletes. Like even not long ago, we had someone who was here for 6 months from the UK, a southpaw, tricky southpaw. I was sparring with him nonstop. Even the light heavyweight champion from Russia, Olympic silver medalist Imam Gatayev, he had some boys from Serbia that I was sparring week in, week out. So, like I said before, I've been doing nothing but mixing it in with the best of the best.
Nice.
Even I was with Liam Paro a few months ago before in the lead up to Matthias. I've done a few rounds with him, so been doing nothing but the best rounds.
Yeah,
That
man.
was a big
Listen, you make
surprise.
sure you let your buddies know that we have interest in interviewing them. You know what I mean? Because we want to definitely be into the Australian market. Like you got a guy named Sweet Pea over there, right? His nickname is
Uh,
Sweet Pea. I live in the
Polo,
town where
yeah.
Sweet Pea is
Yeah.
from, the original Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, right? I live
Pernell
in that
Whitaker,
town.
yeah.
I'm just like, wait a minute, hold up a second. I feel like, he might need to check in with us before he uses that name Sweet Pea. We got to keep him out.
Australia's got a lot of talent, a lot of upcoming fighters that
Yeah.
a lot of people from the other side of the world don't really know about.
Ah.
It's
So
just a
is
shame that we're not as big as America in
It's a time
population
zone.
wise and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a time zone because I wake up early, man. Like when I seen Brock Jarvis and Paro fight, or I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm waking up at like 3 in the morning to watch your guys' prime time. So
I
like right
was
now,
there ringside for that
yeah,
as well for Brock versus Liam Parra.
Yeah, and I thought that was gonna
Oh,
be a
Brock's
better fight. Yeah, I was all thinking. I picked Jarvis on that fight. I thought he was gonna be a bully, but Paro's good, man. He's just
Para is good. Para is very good. They're both very good fighters. To get to that stage, you have to be a good fighter.
yeah.
Do you see yourself staying at 135 for a long time? Is it an easy weight for you to make?
I'll make it pretty comfortable. I'll make it I'll put in the hard work. So yeah, I'll make it pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not
And,
easy because nothing's easy, but I'll make it pretty comfortable.
All right.
would you like to come to America to spar here? Kind of like Paro's sparred all the best. You know what I'm saying? He's been out here. Do you ever plan on coming out here soon?
We had talks about it not long ago. Like absolutely, sooner rather than later. Hopefully, like they got the best rounds. Robert Garcia gym. You can't get much better than the gyms you have down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, you make your way over to the East Coast. We got some
Yeah.
people out here that got the
Yeah.
sauce. You know what I mean? You like
Philly,
barbecue? You want some
Philly.
barbecue sauce? We got some barbecue sauce out here. You know,
That's what we want. We want nothing but the best.
yeah, iron sharpens iron. We got some
Exactly
tough
right.
gyms out here, man, with some,
Exactly right.
gyms full of world champions, just like you guys got. But, like I said, on our channel, we want to definitely do our best to help expose the world to, people from other countries as well, to include yours. Like we said, if you ever have an opportunity to, if you guys want to be interviewed, if you guys want to come on and have a discussion with us, we're here for it.
Yeah. I got a comment from PYP Boxing. Salute, brother. He's out of Texas. He said, your opponent, Bocup, has a lot of experience, 162 rounds and 19 wins. It's a big step. Are you ready? He's asking. Tell him,
Born
man.
ready. Born ready. Like I said, the harder the fight, the harder the fight, the I'll rise up to the occasion. So I'll be more than ready for it.
Nice. And I seen that he fought Jarvis too, but that was when Jarvis was at 130 pounds. So,
Yeah. Like I
yeah.
said, I was also Brock's main sparring partner for that fight as well, and the one before. So I've done my. I know what I'm in for. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you have any special message to the fans and followers before we get out of here?
Just tune in on March the 12th. It'll be a good show.
All right, looking forward to it.
Thurman Jarvis undercard. Are you going to be televised on the? Is it
Yeah.
the main card? Are you going to open up the main card or?
I think I'm the one before it. The prelims. There's the prelims and the main card. I think I'm just the one before it.
Okay, cool. We're gonna be tuning in, so it'll be televised. That's good.
Yeah.
And oh man, I was gonna ask you one more question before you go, man. I was tripping on your last fight, bro. Your opponent punched the ref, bro.
I didn't see that until I watched the replay of it. Like everyone was telling me, I go, no, I didn't see it. Well, like, did he hit the ref? And then I went back on the video. I'm like, oh, he hit the ref. Fuck. It's the
Yeah,
first I've seen, but
that
shit
was crazy.
happens. What can you do?
Yeah, it was a viral clip because I was researching you, man. I was like, man, that guy was so mad that he got beat that he had
Yeah. What can you do? The ref was trying
yeah,
to look after him, I assume.
yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Everybody follow
Thank
Charlie
you.
Kazzi on Instagram, Charlie_Kazzi. That's on Instagram, guys. Best of luck, brother. We'll be
Thank
tuning in.
you.
Supporting you.
Appreciate it heaps. Thank you.